Hey all, welcome back to my channel. I actually wanted to do a post based on Scleroderma GI issues. I know I do a lot of dentures and Scleroderma, but this is for my autoimmune crew, or even people that do have bad GI issues like heartburn, indigestion, esophageal spasms, and all that. I'm here to help. This is just what has worked for me. It is not a hardcore diagnosis with Scleroderma. It comes with bad GI issues. My esophageal spasms. Okay, esophageal spasms mimic a heart attack in some cases. How mine start is I do get pain. Now, if you feel where your rib cage is and you go right where your sternum is, it's pretty much that's where your lower esophagus is. And that is a muscle. And when it spasms, when you eat horrible crap you're not supposed to, like people with Scleroderma, they're supposed to be eating non-acidic foods. So you're not supposed to have most fruit. You can have cantaloupe and watermelon, but pretty much everything else is off limits. It really does depend on your condition, how serious it is. Not everybody has serious GI issues like me and a lot of people else I know that watch these videos with bad Scleroderma. You know, some people have Scleroderma with just skin. Some people like morphia. Some people just have, you know, certain lungs. Like most of my organs are affected. Now, Scleroderma pretty much turns your body to stone. It's overproduction of collagen. So I have fibrosis in like most of my body. I'm not even kidding. But when it comes to my GI system, it is a hot friggin' mess. My intestines, your intestines are like a muscle. Now, a lot of people don't know this, that if you have chronic constipation, nothing is moving, right? Your muscles, your intestines are like a muscle wave. It's like an ocean wave. It's supposed to move everything down. That's what it's supposed to do. In my case, it doesn't do that. Mine is like tortoise status. That shit don't move. It doesn't. I mean, there is Linzess that I do take in case of an emergency. But the one thing that has helped me now going to the bathroom that I figured it out and it's worked a pattern for me is Activia yogurt. It is natural probiotics. Now, I used to take Culturelle and I used to get really bad esophageal spasms until they told me is because the harshness and the strongness of Culturelle pill actually pissed off my esophagus. Now, here's the deal. If you cannot go to the bathroom and you're chronically constipated, if what doesn't come out one end will try to come out the other. This is where esophageal spasms come into play. For some people, I have learned on my own that if you can't go to the bathroom and the more you wait, you're now going to piss off your esophagus and your lower stomach. I'm going to show you something. Okay. So your intestines all go through here. This is where your lower esophagus is. If you don't go to the bathroom, like right now, no joke, I look pregnant because my body doesn't like to go to the bathroom and I bloat a lot. You can have small intestine bacterial overgrowth. You need good okay, guys, you need good bacteria. You need it. You need good bacteria because if you ain't going to the bathroom, you're now storing all the bad bacteria just sitting in your stomach. That's how gases build up and everything builds up and then it puts pressure on your lower esophagus. I have a hiatal hernia, which is a hernia on my esophagus, my lower one, which sucks, by the way. Posture is everything. Now, if you're overweight, you're more increased to have more pain because your fat that, you know, you're sitting down or whatever is being pushed into your upper body. And that's actually, if you look it up, and this is a fact, being overweight can cause a hiatal hernia. So it doesn't matter if you have Scleroderma or not. This can happen to you. This, not necessarily Scleroderma. I'm just, you know, talking to people that will relate. Totally healthy people can have these issues too. 100% if you're chronically constipated. What doesn't go down will come back up and you will get freaking hell. So let me tell you something. I learned this from about 2 years ago when a couple of my girls on the Scleroderma page was awesome. What they did was like, I was in the middle of a spasm and I don't know if I was having a heart attack. It was the first time ever this happened to me. It lasted for 7 hours of hell. And halfway into it, they were like, Heather, grab a heating pad, put it on your lower esophagus. These women are geniuses. Geniuses. When you feel it coming on, now I'm not even kidding, I'll get pain here and I know it's going to happen. I start getting shoulder pain. It mimics a heart attack, guys. You feel it in your shoulder. It's always my right. Always my right. I start to get pain right here while here. And then if I just let it go and I don't do nothing about it, first of all, sitting down makes it worse. If you have an attack like this, you need to stand up and you need to walk around. I don't care if you got to stand up for 2 hours. If you don't, you will have the worst esophagitis in your life. Trust me. I've been to the hospital because the burning was so bad. My skin was actually on fire, my whole upper torso, my arms everywhere. And it was a bitch. It was a bitch. And they were like, you sure it's not anxiety? Listen, there's some doctors out there that are freaking ignorant as shit. I freaking persisted with them until one doctor was like, all right, I have an idea. And this is when I first found out about esophagitis. And he gave me a GI cocktail, which has got lidocaine in it, Maalox or Mylanta, depending on what they use, and a couple other things, and you drink it. It actually numbs your entire throat all the way down, and I'm telling you, you get about a good half an hour of pain-free. It don't last long, but it does. I did pass out in a little ball the second I drank it. So they knew it was esophagitis. They knew it wasn't freaking anxiety. I wouldn't go to the hospital for anxiety. But there are things that you can do. Please, if you do have a problem, first of all, seek out a GI doctor. Now, you want an educated one, because some of them are like, oh, take a Tums. First of all, no Rolade or Tums or anything has ever helped me. What I do to prevent most of my attacks was take Gaveston 30 minutes before I eat. That will help reduce the acid limit. The whole thing is if you're eating acidic foods, like if you're eating grease, first of all, if you want your fried chicken, get an air fryer. Mine is a godsend. I got it for Christmas. Oh my God. I thought it was going to be like dried out and not taste as good. It is so juicy. So delicious. And you got that crunch from fried. It's amazing. It's so tasty. Air fryer. Get one. But sorry guys, I use humor for everything. But I'm not kidding. When you feel something like this, come on, you feel that pain in your lower esophagus. Sitting down is the worst thing you can do, guys. You're bunching everything up and you're opening your lower sphincter. Don't do that. Stop it. Stand up, walk it out. I know it's boring. I know if it's in the middle of the night, you're freaking dead ass tired. First of all, do not eat at all. People say 3 hours. No. Say if you go to bed at like 9 o'clock at night, don't eat past 5. Don't. Because your body has to digest. When you're done digesting, you're good as gold. You know, things pass. But I have gastroparesis. So that's why my attack was about 7 hours. Because my body takes forever to digest anything. I'm not even playing, it does. It's slow as shit. I'm like tortoise. My body's the tortoise. But that's why it looks like I gained weight so fast. Because I went through malnutrition. Now, here's the deal. Doctors were not educated. They looked at me and they're like, oh, you know, you're healthy. You know, you look healthy. You look great. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. 9 blood tests, guys. 9 blood tests. Well, 9 years, 9 times, all positive for all the autoimmune I have. And I was ignored based on what I look like and my age, which is totally fucked up. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, you know, they are, you know, against people of different color or a different religion or, you know, if you're elderly, they don't care who you are. If you're young, they're like, oh, you're just a complainer. Listen, I worked 2 jobs in my life, single mom, handled my own stuff. I did tennis. I did basketball. I did swimming. I was a lifeguard. This shit hit me out of nowhere. Nowhere. And there's nothing they can do about it. You know what's messed up? I can't even get my hiatal hernia fixed. Because unless it's 5 centimeters or higher, if they redo somebody with scleroderma getting their hiatal hernia fixed, there's a big chance the door that they make, the magnetic door to shut it and open it up when it needs to, it might never open again. Ever. And then I'll never be able to eat and I will need a feeding tube. So my GI doctor's like, Heather, no, I'm not doing it. He goes, you know what? You're going to just have to maintain it and find ways to help you. He goes, but never, ever do a core workout in your life. And I'm like, first of all, doctor approved of no core exercising. Awesome. I mean, it sucks because I do like to exercise, but I do yoga, which is a lot gentler on your body, a lot gentler. And it actually stretches out and helps constipation. Just saying. But what it is, if you do core workout, it tightens up your muscles and it pisses off your lower esophagus, which now it opens and lets the acid come in. You have to do a low acidic diet. You know, even a low FODMAP diet is acidic. Everyone's different. What might work for me might not work for you. Like, I can't even have rice. Rice, as we all know, is like hardcore and very fulfilling. But it takes forever to digest if you have gastroparesis. But when you are in the middle of an esophageal spasm attack, trust me, the second you start to feel it come on, first of all, don't sit up. Don't sit up. But do what I do. I do like a lounging effect where everything is, you know, wide enough. Do not lay down flat. Worst thing you can possibly do, guys. Do not do that. what I do is I have my lounger. I'm going to show you real quick. Sorry if I dropped the phone. This is my lounger. It's my couch lounger. Yes, I'm a mess. But that's my lounger. And I make my pillows all nice and neat all through here, and I lounge to where like I'm half up, half not. And then I put the heating pad. Sorry, guys. I then put the heating pad right across here. So you want it from like right underneath your chest, and it goes all the way down here. And I put it on medium-high heat. And I'm not kidding. When you feel that, it relaxes your muscles because they're spasming. And you need to stop the spasming. Because if you go into that full-blown attack, your esophagus is now going to have acid sitting in your throat for weeks. I had an esophagitis attack, and I'm not playing with you guys. I had an attack for so freaking long. It was months. My doctors tried everything. They were like, Heather, we don't know what to do. Like, you're barely eating. And then I ended up stopped eating. And then I ended up losing 80 pounds in 2.5 months, and I almost died from malnutrition. First of all, don't ever stop eating. If you feel a pain in your chest, you feel burning in your throat, do not stop eating. Your stomach is filled with acid. Your stomach can handle acid, but your esophagus cannot. It is not built for acid. So you need to do what you can to make yourself better. If you sit down a lot, you're pushing everything from your stomach into your chest, and you're opening your esophagus if you have this problem. So you need to be careful what you eat. I do have, I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if they blocked the label, but hold on. Oh, no, they didn't. Yay. Okay, this is Gaveston. You can get it through a prescription form. I do. Prescription. But this is Gaveston. I do like extra strength, but it kind of screwed up and gave me regular strength, but it still works. It literally keeps it down. It coats it. It doesn't taste like chalk or crap. It's good shit. If you're constipated and you have issues, Linzess. I literally have every gram. Okay, when you do Linzess, if you're chronically constipated, it is not a stimulant laxative, by the way. I don't do what the directions say. I actually take it at night, right before I eat dinner, about 45 minutes before I eat dinner, then I take it. If I take it in the morning, I get the migraine, the side effects, whatever. If I take it at night, I don't have that problem. And I still go to the bathroom, thank you. But start at the low end, 72 mcg. That's what you want, guys, if you have a problem. But just know that if you don't go to the bathroom, you're now building up all the bad bacteria and all the gases, and you're going to make your esophagus worse. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you eat the wrong things, you're going to trigger it. And a lot of people are like, oh, what do I do? If you do not have a good diet, guys, if you do not fix what you're eating, you're never going to get better. No matter if you add Gaveston, you add freaking Jesus on your esophagus, it doesn't matter. You're actually adding a fuel to the fire by what you're eating. You cannot eat broccoli. Broccoli produces gas in the system, and it will make your esophagus worse and produce more acids. You need to go with healthier stuff, alkaline foods, and all that. You can literally look up the low FODMAP diet. It will tell you green means you can eat, yellow means depends on the person, and red means don't even do it. Whole wheat bread and wheat breads are actually the worst thing you can do at all for the GI system. People, I don't know why the big hype happened with that crap, but the whole 12-grain bread and all, no, first of all, it causes diverticulitis. Second of all, it causes bad gastral issues and all that stuff. If you have the issues I'm talking about, you know, chronic constipation, they say, oh, take fiber. Actually, no. Fiber is not as good as everybody leads on to. You can eat fiber with your diet, by the way. But for people with like I have fibrosis in my intestines and, you know, I have chronic constipation and all this crap. And if you have bad esophageal issues, you cannot take fiber. It expands and causes a lot of problems. You actually, a lot of people think they're, you know, chronically constipated, but you need to understand that if you don't drink enough water, if you take your weight, divide it by 2, that amount right there is exactly how much water you're supposed to be drinking a day. And if you don't drink water, people are like, oh, I drink soda and coffee. Well, no shit, you're dehydrated and you can't crap. Come on, guys. You're taking the 2 things that cause dehydration. You're combining it together. You need water to make the stool pass in your body. Just know that. So you need to drink your water. Whether you don't have a constipation problem, you still need to drink water, guys. It's important. I used to hate water, by the way. And it's crazy how all my health issues have made me start eating better. No, I'm not a vegan, but I do eat lean meat. Do not eat any fatty foods with any bad GI issues. If you have esophagitis, you have Barrett's esophagus like I do, if you have all these esophageal issues and gastroparesis and all that, please do your research. If you do guys have any certain questions or comments, just comment below. I will research. Or if you want to know what I've been through, I can hook you guys up and tell you what I went through. But when this first started happening to me, I was scared out of my mind. And I didn't know what was going on. My doctors had no idea because of the way I reacted. My body was actually on fire. My skin was hot to touch. And I was starting to seizure. It was bad. And because of small fiber neuropathy I have, which is diagnosed by 2 separate biopsies on one end of the body, because people say they have small fiber neuropathy. Unless you had the biopsy done and sent to the Mayo Clinic, you didn't get tested for that. You might have fibromyalgia or something else like that. But small fiber neuropathy and large fiber neuropathy is done by, say you do on your right wrist a biopsy, at the same time they do one on your left ankle to see what kind of issue you have. So if you do want to get that done and see if you have it, because scleroderma can cause that, go get a hold of your doctor. Normally, my scleroderma doctor sent me to one of his neurologists. She did it. She automatically knew when she saw me because it was summer and I'm allergic to summer, and that's one of the symptoms. But I'm going to try to make this short because I'm pretty sure YouTube's going to get pissed if I make it any longer than it is. I'm surprised they haven't warned me yet. And I just want to let you guys know, heating pad. Heating pad, heating pad, heating pad. When you start to feel any attack coming on, use it. Do not lay flat. Do not sit up. You will squish everything or you will pile the acid more when you're laying down. You want to sit sort of leaned back and have that heating pad right where your esophagus is and your upper abdomen. And that will help tremendously, but do not panic because stress and anxiety makes GI issues worse. Way hell of worse. But I am going to do more videos. I just don't have enough time to talk about it all. Again, if you have chronic constipation, Linzess. It works amazing. It will make you go to the bathroom real quick. I mean, I used to go to the bathroom once a month. I'm not even kidding with you guys. And within day 2, which I'm surprised, it was a low dosage though. But by day 2, I cleared out my entire system. And I went normally. Or you can get mixed with diarrhea. You have to get used to the medication. But either way, it clears out your system. Gaveston, you can get it over the counter, or if you do have Medicaid or Medicare, whatever, they do, Medicaid especially lets you do prescription for Gaveston. Gaveston is awesome. I recommend extra strength, but regular strength does the job. It's just I feel more protected with extra strength. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that I haven't touched, because I can't really talk anymore because it's just about 20 minutes now. But please, heating pad. When you feel that coming on, heating pad. Watch your diet. I will do a video on a low FODMAP diet. I promise you I might actually do that tonight before I run out of light outside. And I'll show you guys recipes and do all that crap. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos. I do handle 2 issues at once, whether it's dentures and autoimmune. So don't forget to subscribe if you like it. Click the bell, hit all so you can see all my videos whenever I post them. Comment below if you want to. If you have any questions, if you want to ask me or you want me to look up something or do you want me to do a video on something special. My email is byrnes1223@gmail.com. And if you want to just email me instead of commenting below, go ahead and do that. I'll put it right in the description below because I talk fast. I'm a New Yorker. And I'm trying to shorten the video a little more. I love you all. Please stay safe and sane. God bless. Have a good night, guys.